Oh, that's a nice shoe.
Thank you.
Okay. Nowadays, I get attracted to shoes and what as you get older, man. My goodness. Yep. Okay. Good. How are you feeling, Eric?
Yeah, good.
Okay. So one of the key thing here is this: we've been in the business for more than 10 years. Yep. Always, I see your energy is being positive. Yep. Regardless of the market, regardless of the cycle, regardless of the challenges, have been consistent as well. So I just want to know, what is it that you're doing right to be consistently being able to get your clientels and closing deals?
Okay, so a lot of times is I have still been doing social media a lot. Okay, so of course, comparing to a couple of years ago, like probably 5-6 years ago, when not so many people are doing social media, I started using that platform first. So of course, in terms of right now, in fact, this is a very open game. So more and more people are actually using. But consistently, I feel that for me is I keep doing it. I don't stop. So no matter how much money I pump into for sponsor advertisement, I still do it on a monthly basis or even yearly basis. So which is why in a long-term game, people are still connecting with me. It can be coldly, it can be previously people who already been connecting to my page, be it a personal or business page. So they already been following me. It's just that whether or not they want to take action now or later part.
So when you say social media, you have started it sometime back ahead of many of them and continuously. Let's not talk about just sponsoring. In terms of content writing, in terms of having a discipline to post, how do you do that? Do you have third party or yourself? Do you curate? How do you manage this platform?
In fact, all the platform I do it myself. So there was 1 year, which is 2 years back, I actually let an agency run the campaign for me. It's disaster. So that day I was actually talking with one of the agents, Gary lah. Then he say, actually our life quite bad one lah. We need to do it all by ourselves lah. So which I believe so lah. Because any things that we write online, is from through our own personal experience, which the reader can actually relate to the whole experience, and they may be the one actually facing that problem. So when they are actually facing the problem, they will be the next one to actually seek help or consultation through us.
So sometimes what you are trying to say is, yes, there are some good third parties who can do a good job, but sometimes choosing a wrong third party where they don't have a real connection. Yep. Therefore, then the content become not so real. So
not so personal.
Personal.
Yeah.
And as such, people don't get connected. Yep. Okay. So,
yeah, right.
But it takes a skill set, right? Not everybody can write on a content. So is it their English must be powerful, or is it the creative must be there? How can people go about doing it? People who don't have the confidence.
Okay, I think English-wise, not so important. Okay. My English, I took 3 times O level. Okay, D7 followed by E8 okay, so it's fail one. Okay, but again, whatever kind of language or sentence that you want to put online, it can be just very you as an individual on how you actually portray out to consumer. Okay, you need not be very professional in terms of writing, because even video-wise or writing-wise, you just need to be yourself. So when you're yourself, definitely, I can tell you, there will be a connection between you and any prospect who is actually reading it. Yep.
No, I think these are very wise words, As long as you choose to believe, to know that you are good enough, okay? You don't need to use the most bombastic languages or words. But if you can just relate and connect with just the right message, it makes a huge difference. Okay, can I just request right behind? Hello? Hi, can we have silence, please? In all fairness, yep, because I think, because we are recording this to play it, so your huge communication does affect in terms of the video recording. Thank you. Okay, so I want to just go on to the next part here. Is this. I look at it in the month of November, So you have closed multiple properties as well. Bellwaters, another Bellwaters, One Holland Village Residence, the Glades, the Pine Vale, and a couple of other properties. And I just want to know how to, okay, let's talk about this client maybe, One Holland Village. How did you got to know this client?
Okay, so this client connected with me 5 years back to get me to sell for them their second floor HDB unit that was in the market for quite some time. So it's also through social media platform. Because at that point of time, they actually needs to collect keys for their EC. So I met up with them 5 years ago, so help them to sell their second floor HDB, and then they successfully move on to their EC. The EC was not bought by me lah. Yeah. So fast forward 5 years later, which is just last month, they actually contacted me again and asked me if I remember that. I said, of course I remember you. You are the second floor owner, which I helped you to sell within just 2 weeks back then, 5 years ago. So I asked them on the phone, why do you guys want to sell if you are actually staying very comfortable there? Say, I just want to cash out because right now is a very good time to cash out, and I want to wait that 15 months because of the new cooling measure and then to buy a HDB. So I say, okay, I get where you're coming from. No worries, let me meet up with you guys tomorrow. So immediately the next day, I went down to meet up with them, so understand the whole situation. I give them a plan A. I say, yes, you can do that. Wait off the 15 months, stay at your parents' place, and then buy the HDB. So I always have a plan A and plan B. So giving them a plan B, meaning to say, I see ultimately when you cash out from your this EC, the sales proceed is more than $500,000. So including the CPF that you have, together with the existing CPF in your OA is more than 1.4 million. So with the 1.4 million, in fact, there's a lot of opportunities out there you can actually explore. So in the end, after just 2 weeks of marketing the property, we got it sold. So immediately after we got it sold, we proceed on to purchase one under one of the parties' name, which is a 3-bedroom, new 5 years old EC, which is only in the region of about 1.3 million. They also see that why is it a good buy, because 5 years old EC right now, in fact, can justify the price tag for 1.2 to 1.3. In fact, there's a lot of the new one. And because of the young tenure itself, next time wise, after 3 to even 5 years when you sell, most likely there will be opportunity to even make. So after which we actually use the other name, doing the assessment from the banker, all that, we actually went now to, actually in fact, I only pitched them one Holland V. Yeah. So then we make the move lor. Yeah.
You see, what is interesting here is this. I think it's a message for all of us. And you know, for those of you, you are lucky today, I'll give you an ahead information. Next year, 4,000 over executive condominiums attaining 5 years MOP. And all these people are likely to make more than $500,000 or more. Because for 5 years MOP means they all booked 8 years ago. And those days, the price per square foot was only $700-800 per square foot. Today, ECs are already going at 1,003 new ones. And don't talk about the new launches at almost 1,008, 1,009. So it was as simple as they thought. Just sell, stay 15 months with parents, and buy a HDB. But how life turned around because of asset progression and planning. They ended up buying another EC, and at the same time bought another brand new launch as a part of an asset progression, doing under both individual names as husband and wife. Yep. So that's very important. So that's where knowledge is all about. That's where about we getting reconnected with all the customers and so on. Okay. So that's not bad, right? From someone that who just wanted to sell, end up you got 3 deals, selling, buying, and buying. My goodness. Yep. Okay. Ken, I also look at it that in terms of your team, you have got 35 members under you. And right now, you are with Alex Go's team.
Yeah, after the
Merger.
Yeah.
Yep, can. And how do you make time for your team members? And how do you guide them? And are you still keen to build your team?
Yeah. So I always do a one-to-one setting with my guys because I always think that every individual have different direction. So it's just how to actually connect with individually and see their direction and then to fine-tune with it. So of course, some of them are also husband and wife team. So we usually meet up in the group setting as well. So to fine-tune everything according to what they plan. And of course, they can find me 24/7, like I mentioned to them. Even in any case, if they can't find me, most of the time I will reply their messages or call them back within an hour. If they still need any answer urgently, I'm very grateful to all my manager. They'll be able to answer within the group chat almost immediately.
Okay, so actually you have a double approach. You have a support system, your managers also supporting within a group chat if any of the queries, a new agent or any agent within your team who don't have the answers, so that there's an immediate response. But beyond the immediate response, yes, one-to-one mentorship is the right way to build and guide them through the processes.
Right.
Okay, I really want to wish you all the very best, Eric.
Another thing is,
yes.
After the merger, in fact, I have to say, the group training has already been excellent. Because for my side, I do more on the technical skill set with my guys. So in terms of like social media, what kind of a platform we need to use to actually boost up your personal branding, all that. So in terms of with Alex itself, we have a lot of training. Usually on Monday itself, we have like our Sync Up Monday. So after which we actually give the script to all the members. So for them to also understand that like every month, what are the projects that we actually focus on. Apart from project, we also focus a lot on what are the steps to focus to actually tell your consumer. So everybody actually has the idea. Just like for last month itself, we focused a lot on Perfect 10 because the Perfect 10, the pricing, everything was very correctly. So have a lot of closing over there as well. So like for this month, we actually focus a lot on the One Holland V. Yeah, so every month we have something very, very different.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's as part of the team support, doing some kind of an analysis to understand.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's really will be very helpful if you want to go out there and work as a team to achieve greater sales. Okay, what I wanted to say here is this: definitely in terms of right now, because Eric was for the longest time without a direct team because he was directly under HQ.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So sometimes we say he was a bit of a lost baby, because he's close to all of us, but we don't have time in terms of activities.
Yeah.
So as part of the merger under Alex Go Group, anyone who wants to be part of your team not only have your own support system, but working within the bigger umbrella of the team. Okay, good. Okay, now finally, is there any other thing that you want to say to any of the members or to anyone?
I think all the best for 2023. It's going to be a very, very exciting year with a lot of launches coming out as well. So keep believing it and keep doing it. I believe everybody will succeed for 2023. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks.
Congratulations. All the very best.